Okay, hey everybody, hopefully you can hear me now and hopefully you can see me. So let's just go ahead and wait for a couple of the founding members to jump in. Hopefully, again, you guys can hear me and hopefully you guys can see me. There does appear to be a little bit of a slight delay in the broadcast from when I'm speaking and my motion, what's appearing on. So you can see me, if you can hear me, go ahead and post in the comments. If you can hear me and if you can see me, go ahead and post in the comments. Okay, so you guys can hear me? Wait for a couple other people to jump on, and then I will show you guys the simple way that I create a Facebook campaign and the way that I've been generating over the last 14 days, how I've been able to generate leads under $2. It's not many leads. It's about 5 to 6 leads that come in every single day. But for everybody that I've spoken to that are founding members, that's going to equate to about $12 in marketing. And these leads should have about a 20 to a 25% conversion ratio just on the application. Sometimes it can be as high as 50, just depending on how, not aggressive, but polite you are, I guess, in kind of your contact to get in touch with them. So this is my first time ever doing like a Facebook Live kind of broadcast. So I'm using this new software, so bear with me here as I kind of toggle between different. Hopefully you guys can see here. In just a minute, I'm going to show you guys my screen. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly how I create a simple Facebook campaign that generates 5 to 6 leads every single day. And then I can show you how you can duplicate those campaigns as well. So if you get 10 of those, duplicate it 10 times, you can generate up to 50 leads. So it looks like you guys can see my my page here, and sorry for the slight delay. So this is my Facebook group, my Facebook page. This is what it would look like if you guys were in here as well on your page. Okay. So this is my lovely wife and Facebook memories. You've got to love Facebook memories. So I'll come in here. Everybody right here has Ads Manager. Hopefully you guys are familiar with this. I'll kind of zoom up. This is Ads Manager right here. It's under the Explore tab. It's always on the left-hand side. You can also access this through the Facebook app as well. And I believe, double check here really quickly. There's actually, I don't know if you guys can see this here. There's a Facebook Ads app, Ads Manager app, Facebook Ads app that you guys can download. So let me go ahead and show you guys exactly how I do this. We'll just keep this very simple. Then I'll take a look at your guys' comments here and answer. So this is how I build a simple campaign on Ads Manager. Now, when you're in Ads Manager, essentially it equates to 3 different tabs. You got your Campaigns tab, you've got your Campaigns tab, you've got your Ads tab. Let's go ahead and just click on my Business Loan tab. You guys can see here where just last 7 days generated about 37 leads. Not about, we have generated 37 leads. And our cost per lead is $1.80. Now I'm only spending about $10 per day. You can see that just over the last 7 days, I've spent roughly about $70 in this particular campaign. So what you do, first thing that you want to do is you want to come into you want to come in here and you want to go to campaigns, and you want to just click on campaign. Make sure you guys can still see my screen. Great. So you guys can still see my screen. Sorry, just verifying. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start over. This is saving one I just previously did. So the first thing that we want to do is essentially we want to do lead generation. Okay, so that's going to be the objective of the campaign. Come in here and we're just going to say test campaign for me. Now you're going to be able to create different ad sets. What you're going to do first is you're going to create your audience. Now, there's a couple different ways to create audiences, okay? One of which is I can provide you a lookalike audience. Okay, so a lookalike audience is essentially an audience based off of specific characteristics of clients that maybe you have aggregated in the past. So some of you guys are already seasoned loan brokers and already have a list of clients that you have marketed to and people that you've closed loans with. You can literally take their email addresses and you can upload them into Facebook, and Facebook will allow you to create a lookalike audience. Okay, so a lookalike audience again is just a segment of clients that you want Facebook to essentially create a mirror image of these specific clients, and then they will target those specific clients. So they'll take this data and they'll find the exact same type of people in this column, and you can market to the people in this column. So that's called a lookalike audience, and if you're not familiar with lookalike audiences, you can just Google Facebook lookalike audiences. There's a lot of great videos on there. I should have done a little bit of a disclaimer at the very beginning. Everybody knows I am not a Facebook marketing expert. I don't out myself as being a Facebook ads guy at all. The majority of the way I generate leads is by purchasing leads through lead brokers and people that I've established relationships with for a very long time, including lending sources, but primarily lead brokers. So I'm going to introduce you to one of my lead brokers at the end of this training here. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, so you can create a lookalike audience. I've already got a lookalike audience that I'm going to use. I'm just going to come in here, and this is an MCA lookalike audience. You can literally go to a merchant cash advance company or a lead generator, and you can buy their old data for pennies. And what you do is you take that old data of people who have previously, in like say the last 6 or 12 months, who have previously filled out a online application. You can go to these merchant cash advance companies, or you can go to these lead generators and you can purchase old data, and then you can take that data and create a lookalike audience in Facebook. Again, a lookalike audience is an audience that you already have, and Facebook is going to create an audience based off of that already existing audience. So they'll go out and find more people based off of those specific, data points. So you go to a merchant cash advance company, you go to a bank, you go to an SBA lending institution, you go to a debt consolidation lender, and you can literally get their data for pennies, and then you can create a lookalike audience based off of that specific segment of data that the funding source may have provided to you, or then the lead provider may have provided to you. So that's what my lookalike audience is. As you can see, it's titled MCA lookalike audience, which is just data that I purchased from a merchant cash advance company, probably about a year ago. So anyways, back to my page here, where I'm creating our ad, or I'm creating our audience. Now, sometimes you may not want to create a lookalike audience, and you may just want to target specific details. If that's the case, you can come in here and you can get very, very detailed. You can just type in entrepreneurship, and you can see here that there's 158 million people that essentially you could target, that are interested in entrepreneurship. Also come down here, or you can come up here, and you can tell Facebook where you want to generate leads. And like, I'll give you an example. When I come in here, I'll edit the locations in almost all of my campaigns, and I will normally remove a lot of the western states. It's been my experience over about the last 8 years, that a lot of people in the western states, you don't have a lot of success in closing them. They're a little closed-minded. They're a little bit, I don't want to say slower, but they're a little bit more methodical, I guess is probably the better way. And also, there's not a lot of potential prospects in those western states. Now, if you're a local agent or a local business loan broker, and you want to target people in your specific demographic or geographical location, you can just put include Utah, which is where I'm at, and you can exclude all the other states in here. You can also get very geo, and you can type in specific cities as well. You can type in specific area codes, and that will allow you to become very geo in your targeting. You can also come in here and you can target specific age ranges. Well, now it's my experience that you're not going to get the best clients when you're targeting in the age range of 18 to 25. Normally want to target about 26 to 65. That's just based off of my experience. You're welcome to test the lower or the younger segment of individuals, but based off of my experience, I don't get too many loans closed with individuals that are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25. With that being said, we have closed a lot of people in their mid to young 20s, but the vast majority of the loans that we have closed, people have been normally 30s to about 45 age range. So again, this allows you to target specific age ranges. You can target men versus women. This is nice if you're going to create specific ads. So you may want to have one ad specifically for men, and then you may want to create another ad specifically for women, based off of what you're putting in the text and or image that you're putting as well. So again, when you're creating your audience, you can choose location, you can choose the age, you can gender, you can even choose a specific language. So like if you speak Spanish, that would be a great way for you to create a segment of clients for you to target, and probably honestly be able to get some pretty cheap leads, because all you would be doing is targeting people that essentially speak Spanish. You can even make that their first language, if you like to, in details of your targeting. So this is again who you're targeting. So right now we're going to target all people who are interested in entrepreneurship. And you can see if I spend my daily budget, and I'll show you the budget here, but you see if I spend $5 roughly, I'm going to be able to get in front of 250 to 630 people. I'm going to remove my lookalike audience. Should actually increase my reach just a titch, much, but it did increase, it did increase my reach. Now, if I also removed that will also obviously broaden my reach as well. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and let Facebook do the automatic placements of where our ads are. Because it's such a small budget and because I honestly don't know what I'm doing, I just let Facebook essentially take it and run with it and place the ads where they feel like see the best results. So here's my budget. I'll come in here and change it to $5. You can run it continuously every single day, or you can put a start and a stop date on there. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be optimizing this for leads. We're going to let Facebook do the automatic bidding. Facebook's going to tell us what a lead is worth to us. And then that's essentially it. So then I come in here and I should be able to list here. That's because I've never ran leads specifically this specific way for Business Loan Broker Academy. So I'm actually going to choose one of my lending brands. For me, did that right there. Okay, so now this is under one of my lending brands. Make sure you pick the page that you want to essentially be advertising and pushing traffic to. This is also a great way for you to create brand awareness, because right now a lot of the seasoned business loan brokers as well as the new business loan brokers, they don't have any brand awareness. They're purchasing lead generators. This allows you to create the brand awareness, which again is why I say these lead pops. They're expecting your phone call. You can put your name in there, so you can put something like Cheryl in there. You can put something like Ryan in, Daniel. Please contact Daniel, our senior funding advisor, or Daniel's call. And then that way they understand your company name and they understand the representative that's supposed to be reaching out to them or you. And it really creates a very tight brand awareness. So these people are very responsive. They're expecting to speak with Dan or they're expecting to speak with Cheryl. And that really just obviously helps with your conversions because they'll say, oh, great, I was expecting, when you call them, they'll say, oh, great, Cheryl, I was expecting your phone call, or I've been waiting for you, or thank you for sending me that email. Or yes, I remember going and filling out your form on Facebook. Okay, so that's really important for you to have a very high conversion rate. Okay, so let's just quickly recap. Sorry, I'd restart here really quickly, but again, you're going to choose your Facebook page. Then essentially what you're going to do is you're going to choose the audience and where you want to target. You can go a blanket over the entire United States, or you can click this and you can click exclude. So if I want to exclude, say, Wyoming, I can click yes, I want to exclude Wyoming. I also want to exclude Idaho, Montana. And these are just states that I necessarily haven't seen the greatest success with. I also haven't seen a great success with Nevada. I also haven't seen a great success. This is just me personally. I haven't seen a great success with Arizona as well. So this is exactly how I would be structuring my campaign. So I would target all of the United States, but I would restrict Arizona, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, and just because I have not seen the best success. And so I want my money to go to the states that I have seen the best success with based off of my history. And based off of my history, I also know that I don't want to target people that are less than 26 years old, and I want to target all genders. Languages for me, I just want to make sure that so everything should be good there. You can get very granular on whatever language you speak, or if you speak a secondary language, you can target those individuals, which I would definitely do if you speak a second language or if English is primary native language. Detailed targeting, these are the individuals that I'm interested in. I'm interested in everybody that is interested in entrepreneurship. I can also do things like small business owners, things like on there where it gives me suggestions. Also want to target CEOs, executive officers. So you can see that this continues to keep right here on the right hand side, showed you exactly what my potential reach is. Now with a $5 spend, I'm going to reach 260 people to 1,100 people, which may not sound like that much, and it really isn't. But again, with only $5, your whole goal is to extract maybe 2 leads. Now, if you just bump this up to 10, which is what my campaign runs at, then this should bring you in anywhere between 5 to 8 leads. So then what I'll do, come in here and I'll click continue. Sorry this is taking so long, you guys. Then this allows you to do a couple different ways to format, essentially, your ads. So you can do a carousel, which allows you to put multiple images in there or multiple videos. You could do a single image. You can do a single video. So if you have like a testimonial or if you have a great creative video that you've put together or paid somebody to do, you can upload your video there. Or if you have a slideshow, you can put that in here as well. What I like to do is I like to just do the single image. I like to create kind of multiple ads utilizing different images. So normally it will default to your page's kind of logo or your page's, the logo that you've uploaded. So I just want to get rid of that. Then I like to just use the free stock images, like nothing, I'm not going out of my way to pay for a designer or pay for Fiverr or anything like that. I'm not doing anything. I'm just coming in here and I'll just type in like open sign, which is a great way to get people's attention. And obviously it demonstrates a business, and it will get a business owner's attention and or an entrepreneur. So let's just say this is a perfect one for us. Select up to 6, and what they'll do is Facebook will actually create 6 different ads, and they'll push traffic with that $10 spend to 6 different ads. And then what you can do is you can go back in after a couple days and you can optimize it. And I'm just going to go ahead and do however many, 3 or so. So this is essentially going to be the images, the image the image holder, and then these images right here above where you can see these 3 images, they'll rotate as Facebook pushes traffic. And then this is the text you want to utilize. I always do something that's pretty simple, and I say, put whatever you'd like in here. Sometimes you'll see where people put funding within 24 hours. I always do something very simple, good and bad business loan options available now. And then display link, this is a good one if you have your website already established. This is the link that's going to appear in the ad. If you don't have a link, that's okay. Or if you don't have a website, that's okay. You don't need to put that in there. But again, it is nice for brand awareness. Now, I'm not going to be sending people, per se, to assistbusinesscapital.com. That's just the link that I want to appear here, again, just so I can have assist and assist in here as many times as possible for that brand awareness. Now, the headline, And this is what will appear in normally on what's called like a desktop feed. Normally you won't see this news feed appearing on your mobile devices, but this is where you will see this in like desktop feed. And you can see here where on the right hand side where it's giving you the ad preview. So this is what it's going to look like for an individual that is on their mobile, as you can see, mobile news feed. And you can come in here and desktop. It's kind of the difference. So desktop is obviously individuals on computers. Mobile is going to be individual phones. So doesn't that look nice? Okay, and then so now what we want to do is, some of you guys may not have a landing page. Some of you guys may not have a website already set up. So what I do, and Facebook advertisers will tell me I'm an idiot, but I don't send them to any off-site, anywhere off-site. I literally just come in here, and Facebook gives me the ability to create a form. And what I like about this is that Facebook will actually, back to my, I guess you can see me, but what I like about this is Facebook will actually populate their first and last name, their email address, and the phone number that they have in their profile. And that helps with conversions, because when you send them off-site to a landing page, yeah, you get to control the messaging on the landing page, and you get to control the way that what the user sees. But it's up to the user, based off of that feeling that you're presenting in the look and the way aesthetically, the way that your landing page looks. Based off of a user's feeling, they will then input their first, last name, and email address. And but you have to recreate that, and they have to feel good in order to put that information in, which is what lead providers are amazing at doing. For me, I felt like it might be easier for me just to have Facebook put their information, infuse their information, where it asks for an email. Psychologically, there's got to be something in there that just allows them a little bit easier, subconsciously or consciously, to just click that submit button. So let me get back so you can see that. But you can see where my information would appear here, here, and here the minute I clicked on sign up. Now I probably don't want to do sign up, so let me go back to this. You can see where it says call to action. I want to do apply now. Apply now, download, get a quote, whatever makes the most sense to you. Apply now seems pretty fitting. Then again, we come down here. I don't redirect them to any page. I literally just create the form within Facebook. And then that's it. I go ahead, I click confirm. It will now take me to a page where it says that I'm in a pending or in review. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to push this and go live. But essentially, that is how I create that's kind of like my Facebook strategy. And I give these leads to one of my best reps. It's because they're great leads. They're coming down our branded channel. And we've seen some amazing success. And I'm starting to talk to a couple different lead providers about how we can even take our campaigns and start to really scale them so that we can start to get hundreds and hundreds of leads, as opposed to relying on our lead providers. Now, our lead providers are awesome. They're fantastic. And I probably would never go from some of our lead providers because of the quality of data that they provide. But you always want to have a couple different lead providers that you're working with, and you also want to, make sure you're working on additional ways that you can generate leads on your own without having to rely on. So that's the way that I generate the lead. Let me go back here and I'll show you guys. So this is it. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cancel this because I don't, again, want to actually create or push this. Go back into So to give you guys a little bit of some insight here to help you guys out. So again, I've generated 37 leads within the last 7 days. It only cost me $70. Now, out of those 37 leads, because I send them to my best reps, because I should say, because I send them to my best rep Mac, out of those 37 leads, I'm trying to do some simple math here, we already have 10 conversions just on applications. So what's that? Roughly a 30% conversion ratio. Now I spent $69. We already have 10 conversions. Now on mine, I get paid 42. Let's just say you guys get paid 35. So I'm going to go ahead and put 35 in here, and that's $350 that I made on a $70 spend. Okay, so 350 minus 70, which means I netted 280. Just on that spend, and then that doesn't include the money that was made off of those 10 that went to credit repair. Normally we're going to see probably about 2.5 of those deals out of those 10 convert into credit repair sales. So if you just do 2.5 times, let's say a minimum of $75 that you're going to make on credit repair is $187 plus your 288, I think it was, but I'm going to put 280. So then you made $467.50 on a $70 spend. So that was again what you netted. That's your profit is that amount. So that's a very simple way. Again, I'm no lead generator. I'm no lead provider. This is just what I've done and kind of figured out what works for me. So I thought that I would share that with a couple of the founding members that were interested in seeing how I generate leads. It's a really great way to generate leads if you're just a single individual, maybe working out of your home or working in a virtual office or just shared office space. It's a really great way for you to generate leads. Now, obviously, I can go and I can scale my campaigns. Right now, I'm throwing $10 at that. Every day I could increase that by 20%, and I could go 10 to 12 one day, then the next day I'm going to go 12 to 15, then I'm going to 15 to 18, and naturally that's going to help me aggressively get more. So anyways, that's something that you guys can do. So I'm going to go ahead and let me minimize this, get back to the Facebook group. Hopefully we still have people there. And if you do, I'm going to try and answer any questions you guys may. Anybody have any questions? Something I've wanted to learn and do. Okay, so let me just read these comments and see how are you generating the initial income mentioned. Who's buying the apps? Where in the back office can I find this? Okay, Cheryl, I'm going to introduce you to Tom, and I'm going to send you the scripts, and then I'm going to follow up with you in a phone call in probably about 20 minutes or so after this ends. So I'm going to send you the script, Cheryl. I'm going to send you the contact to Tom. Tom is going to be the one to get you going on paying you essentially per application. And then Fred says, I do not want to talk to people. I just want to generate leads. So I've been super transparent in the way that my course is. I am not a Facebook lead generator. Obviously, based off of that little training that we just went over. And so there's a little bit of a difference between a Facebook lead generator and then a business loan broker. A business loan broker, you guys, has an intimate relationship with their clients. They're not afraid to pick up the phone. They're not afraid to communicate with people. And you have to do that in order to be an effective business loan broker. That is a business loan broker. If you're looking to just generate leads off of Facebook, send them to a landing page, and then merely just redirect that individual to a lending source, you're a lead generator. You're not a broker. Okay, a broker is going to take the deal. They're going to look at it. They're going to create an intimate relationship with an individual, and they're going to figure out how to get the deal done. And that again is the difference between my course and maybe another course that you guys are. So I'm not a lead generator. That's the way that you have to go about this business if you want to be an effective business broker. So I can have that conversation with you, Fred. Just make sure that our interests are aligned and that we're all on the same page. Really quickly, I saw that Gregory had asked a question in regards to a CRM. So let me lender I haven't worked with, an email that just popped up together again, so that's always good news. What CRM am I using? So I use a CRM called Sales Exec. It's a sales-exec.net. I can show you this actually. I think you guys are looking at me though. One second, let me show you my screen. So we utilize, if you're a founding member, this is only for founding members. If you're a founding member, sign up for Sales Exec. I have nothing to do with Sales Exec. If you're interested in Sales Exec, sign up for Sales Exec, and I will literally mirror my Sales Exec and give it to you. Super simple, and I'll show you exactly how it works real quick. So I use Sales Exec. This is great for email automation. The email comes in automatically, or the lead comes in automatically. They automatically get an email that gets sent to them. They automatically get a text message that gets sent to them. So this is very similar to Salesforce. If you guys are familiar with Salesforce, it's just that here's a interesting. You guys can see this. I've got a decent call center. But even just this week alone, we've generated roughly about 1,100 leads. It's Tuesday. And rates right there. Okay, and so this is Sales Exec. And so we've got our different silos that we have up here. I'm going to come in here and we have a ton of leads in here, but in this specific box, we've got about 1,000. You can see all the leads that are coming in right here. This is the time. But just don't want to. So these are the times that the leads are coming in at. These are the new leads. These are the reps that they're getting assigned to. I do it a couple different ways. Like CJ is a phenomenal rep, and those some leads get assigned directly to CJ. Other leads just go directly into like the specific funding bucket. So these are all the leads that essentially have come in since this morning. You can see it's 12/5, 12/5, 12/5. So anyways, and then there's so many different cool reports that you can have access to. There's a great ways for you to manage it's a great way for you to manage your leads and for you to manage your flow. That's what I use is Sales Exec. And again, if you're a founding member, I will have David duplicate Sales Exec if you're interested in it. You just need to sign up for Sales Exec. That's not a part of the training, but I'll absolutely do that for any founding member. And then I can walk you through and do a demo and show you exactly how that works. Let me get back to Facebook group. If there's any questions. Whoops. Move this, Gregory, because unfortunately that link came up wrong. It's sales-exec. I'm just that comment. Oh, that was funny. Okay, great. Let's see what other kind of questions. So that's the CRM that I use. One thing to note, lead gen is very hard for a newcomer. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a lead generator. This explanation that I just gave is literally anybody, a newbie can do that. Is the process from Facebook lead automated with Sales Exec, or do you manually put them in? You can actually automate it, and for us, it is automated, or you can download them right within Facebook as well. So you can download them in Facebook, and I can show you that if you're interested real quick, just how you can do that. But it is automated for us. Let me show you how you would do that here, Cheryl. So go in. See where I have these leads right here? I'm going to close this. Click on the actual campaign or the ad set. And then it's going to come right here. See how it's got that little download form right there. You can click that, or again, you can pay somebody on Fiverr for $5, and they will hook up the API for you from Facebook to Sales Exec. So, sorry, I don't know if you guys can see this. My baby turns 8 weeks tomorrow. Okay. I think you guys can see that. In case you were wondering where those cooing was coming from, definitely not coming from me. 8 week. Okay, so that's how you can download leads, or again you can hook it right up into Sales Exec. Exactly, Gregory. Sales-exec.net. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. One thing to note, lead gen is very hard for newcomers. It is, absolutely, and I'm going to introduce you to Mike. He's actually a part of the Facebook group, okay? Mike Krongel. He's an amazing lead generator. He's now one of my largest lead providers. I work with a lot of the biggest lead providers that are generating leads online for a bunch of our different offices. And so, but Mike is definitely one of the largest, and in my opinion, one of the best ones with. He's a part of the group. He's here to help you guys in any way, in any which way that he can. And I'm gonna go ahead and pin Sales Exec. You guys want to take a look at that? Again, I'm not affiliated with Sales Exec. There's many different ones. You can use Zoho, which is free. Many different free CRMs that are out there as well. But I can definitely give you Sales Exec. I can even give you the automated emails that we use. As being a founding member. Remember, founding members we only have are looking for 25, and I'm going above and beyond what the courses provide. Any person that signs up outside of the founding member. Okay, so let's wrap this up because I didn't mean to take up almost an hour of your guys' time. So next question, Scott. Say something about someone that you buy leads from. Yes, again, that's Mike Krongel. He's in the private Facebook group, and let me put his information in here right now. Tag him. I don't know if I can. See, I can. I'm going to put a little. Okay, so I just tagged Mike. Now I'm actually going to pin that one because I know that's pretty important. So I'm going to pin that comment to the top. So Mike Krongel, okay, he's the man you all want to be communicating with regarding the leads. Going to give all of our founding members large broker pricing because again, you're coming through as a founding member. See what else we got. Sales Exec, yeah, that's correct. So I think we're set. I think I answered all your guys' questions. Again, I didn't mean to take up almost an hour of your guys' time. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me. The founding members, you guys are awesome. Let's see here. Emmanuel, quick question. You said nurturing emails or process that you use Sales Exec. Could you share that? Also, on the script, what are you using for the text portion send to your customer for the agreement? Okay, fantastic. Let me actually, Emmanuel, get on the phone with you, but maybe we can do a what I call a funding assessment training tomorrow that will go over exactly that entire process, including the agreement that we're sending. So I can provide you with that agreement as well. And then in regards to the nurturing emails and the process that we use Sales Exec, we can definitely talk about that in maybe a strategy call, or maybe we can do another Facebook Live. Just trying to think through that. Probably do a Facebook Live actually, so that way we can have everybody involved in that. So let's do that. So we'll structure that for tomorrow. We'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow about the same time. So if you guys can plan on that, that would be greatly appreciated. I will create a new event so that you guys can sign up for that and be reminded of that. And I will go over exactly that, Emmanuel. The funding assessment process, and then I will show you guys our what we call nurture campaign in Sales Exec. Awesome. We've got amazing campaigns and great email drips and great strategies to generate people's interest and re-engage them and get them to actually communicate and reach out to us before we reach out to them. They can be proactive, those best leads. Okay, what's the large broker pricing? So great question, Gregory. It really depends on kind of the segment of leads that you want from Mike. And I'll give you an example. Somebody who's new who's a new broker who is just kind of getting their feet underneath them. They may not want to buy what's called like premium leads, meaning I only want leads that have 650 credit scores or above. They've been in business for 6 months. They're generating $10,000 in revenue. So there's a bunch of different segments of leads that you can buy. You may only want to buy credit repair leads initially, which will be the lowest and cheapest price, or you can buy aged leads as well, which also are a great way for a new broker or someone new in training to go in and kind of cut their teeth at a very, very minimal cost. So you can go in and that will allow you to not waste a bunch of money and or lose money in what's called opportunity costs or losses, meaning that if you're talking to someone who is a great candidate for our line of credit program, but you aren't educated about that program and or you're not doing the best job in exuding confidence on the phone, you're going to miss out on that opportunity. That borrower is not going to feel comfortable moving forward. So there's a lower segment of leads that I always recommend purchasing first, so that way you can kind of cut your teeth on those leads, so to speak, if you're new. And then if you are a seasoned broker or you've already closed some loans per se with maybe a specific lender, you can speak with Mike specifically about those segments of leads. Or obviously you can generate leads on Facebook, and I just showed you how you can generate leads for under $2, and that also allows you to kind of hedge your risk as you're going through my academy. So yeah. So anyways, sorry, it's kind of I didn't mean to like dance around that question, but I don't know how to drill down specifically because there's so many different segments of leads. It also depends on the amount of leads that you're going to buy and if there's any sort of consistency. So although you're going to get my pricing, like large broker pricing, so to speak, that also varies as well depending on the number of leads, consistency. If you're just looking to buy 100 leads, see what happens, I can assure you your pricing probably won't be as good as if you told Mike or any lead provider for that matter that you are interested in purchasing on a consistent basis. Just like with anything, there has to be a little bit of an investment. There has to be a little bit of an understanding that you're new, the lead provider's new, and you guys have to understand the lead and where it's coming from. And you also have to be good at and effective at your job as well. A lot of people like to blame it on the leads, and I can assure you my company can turn almost every single generate revenue. So anyways, talk with Mike in regards to leads, and if you need other lead providers or would like to compare the two, communicate with me if you're a founding member, and I will absolutely introduce you to a handful more of other lead providers. But I assure you, Mike will take amazing care of you. And like I said, he's in the group. He's a marketing expert. He's been around for 20 years. If you see any business lending leads on Facebook or Instagram, it's going to be him or two other lead providers that I know very well. But Mike does definitely the lion's share of. Oh, Mike, what's up? Mike's on here. So feel free to reach out if you guys need anything. So cool. Mike joined us just barely. So you guys feel free to ping him. Okay, so Scott, are you going to email Tom from ProCredit's email address? Yeah, Scott, I will send you the introduction to Tom as soon as this call is over. I will send that in Facebook Messenger. I'm just putting a note right now. Okay, so you will get that, Scott, uh, in about 20 minutes or so. Just going to make another note real quick that we're doing a Facebook Live tomorrow regarding sales exec and just general effective ways to work. I'll give you some other ideas tomorrow on ways that you guys can do what's called like voicemail bombs, or you can automated text messages. Voicemail bombs work really well for our company, and it's a great way to stimulate inbound calls. What I mean by a voicemail bomb is essentially there's softwares out there that will circumvent a phone from ringing and plant a voice message. So it's amazing because like if you probably have had it yourself where you've looked down on your cell phone and you're like, oh shit, I just missed a phone call, and then you listen to it and maybe it's an advertisement. But it always gets people to listen, and it's a great and effective way for you to get inbound calls. So I will definitely show you effective ways to get your phone ringing with these leads that you generate yourself or leads that you purchase through lead providers, much like Mike. Okay, I'm speaking with Daniel right now, and he's suggesting age data for anyone just starting out. Yeah, Daniel. So Daniel's also in the group. He's a seasoned loan broker. He's going to be on our podcast actually, as well as Cheryl's going to be on our podcast. But Dan, I think, has been a broker for maybe 2.5, 3 years. And so age data is awesome for anybody to cut their teeth on. It's a great way for you to create a friend on the other end because oftentimes they're getting solicited one particular loan, which is a merchant cash advance. Go in behind those people and give them a little bit of a different tune by talking about different loan programs, like maybe the SBA, that's a fixed interest rate for a fixed period of time, or maybe 5 or 7 years. So it's a great way for you to get your foot in the door when on very inexpensive. And you can purchase age data from Mike. I know that Mike sells age data, so you're welcome to reach out to Mike as well and take care of you. Need any other suggestions? Let me know, but I know Mike will take great care of you. Should I ask him about the large broker pricing? Yeah, so just reach out to Mike, and Mike can break down the pricing. He can give you pricing for age data, pricing for new data, and the different segments that he breaks those. Okay, so with that being said, I think we're all set. Um, I hope everyone has my cell phone number. If you don't, write this down. Be a couple seconds here to get your pen, but write this down. I want you guys to text me if you guys ever have any questions. You need to communicate with me immediately. Normally, I'm very and to the founding members, again, like I'm giving you everything that I can to make you guys be successful, because we've got something special here that's going on. And for the founding members, like I said, I'm just everything that I can to go out of my way to make sure that you guys are successful. So my cell phone number is 801. I'm not going to put it in the comments here because I know that there's going to be people, not founding members, that will watch this, but it's 801 554 8125. It actually doesn't matter because it's recorded audio, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the group. So go ahead and reach out to me, you guys, if you guys have any questions. We're approaching the hour mark, so thank you so much for staying with me. Text me if you guys have any questions. If we haven't texted yet, send me your information anyway, so that way we can just have your information in my phone, and that way we can engage that way. So you can communicate on Facebook Messenger, communicate through the private Facebook group, or you can text me, or you can obviously call me. I'm here for you guys in any which way that I can to make you guys successful. So plan on the Facebook Live tomorrow at the same time, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be going over sales exec and just general effective ways to work your lead. Okay, cool. Cheryl, thank you so much for allowing me to take this training and not just direct it to you, but bring it to everybody else. This was originally just going to be a training specifically, a one-on-one training specifically for Cheryl. So I thank you, and I know everybody else who in on Facebook Live also thanks you, Cheryl, for allowing us to share it with everybody in the group. And that's what we want, just a really good individuals, especially founding members. We're all being supportive because this is going to be something that's going to be pretty special, and I appreciate you guys being a part of it. So until tomorrow, or until I talk to you, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, you guys, so much.